My next guest takes on Montana De La Rosa coming up here at UFC 234 on February 9th. It is Nadia Kassem joining me here on the program for the very first time. Nadia, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. It's about 10:30 a.m. your time right now. I'm always trying to figure out how far ahead you are. Yeah.
It is. It is
So you're
Tuesday
so you're
morning.
in the
So.
future, right? So you could buy a lottery ticket, and maybe I could try and cash it or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
So
something like that. I'll let you know how it goes.
yeah, for sure. It's just about 3:30 here on the West Coast Pacific time, just for people wondering. But let's talk about you. Obviously, you didn't fight at all last year. I know you had that injury that took you out of UFC Fight Night 132. For those who don't remember, what was that injury that you suffered that pulled you out of that fight?
So last year I had a back injury, with some bulging discs and things like that. It got pretty bad because I'd taken a fall outside of training, off a bike. So yeah, it wasn't nothing serious. But in the way where like I was out for almost 6 months and I'm still recovering from that. But I'm able to train, so I'm still doing my physio and everything for it and the chiro. But yeah, it,
Yeah, I was going to say, as soon as you say back and bulging discs, it sounds pretty serious. When were you actually able to get back to training full time?
maybe I've only been training properly for the past few months. Yeah, so just really, of course, I've been itching for it. Like it's been a while, and I'm young, but I'm really hungry to fight again. So I was really impatient, but I got in there as soon as the doctor gave me some clearance to get back in the to the mats.
Yeah, and I'm sure the timing worked out well with this card being in February, and because I'm sure you would have liked to get in there a little bit sooner, but at least the extra time's giving you time to get back into the swing of things with training and everything else, right?
Yeah, I wanted to get onto the December card for Adelaide previously, but obviously I have a hand injury too. I cut my hand open. My knuckle is pretty ugly right
How
now.
did that happen? That sounds pretty gruesome.
Yeah. So I did have a car accident, but it's more like post-accident rage. I punched my mirror.
Oh, really? Okay, gotcha. Poor
Yeah.
Amir. So there you
Yeah,
go.
not. I wish it was somebody's face, but unfortunately not. So I had got like 8 stitches for that, and some tendon damage in my hand. So yeah, I had to, of course, let that go as well.
Okay. Well, yeah, then you're definitely ready to get back in there. I mean, you're punching windows. I mean, you'd rather punch someone's face and get paid for it, right? It makes more sense. So.
Yeah, of course, that's definitely what I'm trying to do.
I know you're always in the gym working on everything, right? It's not just one specific area, but what would you say you've improved on the most over the last bit since the last time we saw you in the cage?
Definitely my wrestling. Hopefully I can put that on show. I know that Montana is a grappler, and I like to mix it up. I like to grapple. I like to box and stuff. But I do feel like I've been wrestling a lot, and hopefully that does show in my next fight. So we have to wait and see. But I definitely do think it's improved.
And you're taking on a tough opponent, like you mentioned there, in Montana De La Rosa. She was on The Ultimate Fighter. She has kind of a deceptive record. I mean, it's 9-4, but she's fought some really good competition along the way. How do you feel like you match up against her in this fight?
It's a good matchup because obviously I can say that she's more experienced by fight numbers, but and I have seen who she's fought, so they've got some high level people. So either way, like I don't underestimate anybody, undefeated or not. Like I'm gonna respect her how she's gonna respect me, and I'm just ready to go in there and bang. So, but yeah, that's really it.
Yeah, no, I can tell. Where are you training right now, and who are some of your main training partners?
So I'm training at the Sherdog Top team. I'm coached by Simon Victorian,
Oh,
who
that's
is
right. Yes, the brothers. Yes, of course.
yes,
Nice.
that's right, Ash and Simon. They've been helping me out a lot. And with the training partners, like I mix it up. Like I've got heaps of like flyweight to lightweight boys that I will randomly train with, and of course some girls. We don't have a massive protein when it comes to the females, but one of my main training partners is Amira Hafizovic. She's in one championship. But yeah, so that's basically it when it comes to the girls, and then just mixing up with the boys. But Alex Georgie's, he's also fighting on the card. Um, but yeah, I like to get a feel of different people, different bodies, so that I can adapt to different styles. It all makes sense in that way.
The weight cut, does that process start now, or will that happen closer to fight time?
Yeah, no, I'm starting to diet and everything basically as of now. Um, but because it's at flyweight, obviously I can, not be as stressed as opposed to being as a strawweight fighter previously. Um, I'm able to more focus now on like on the skills and not just cracking down on the diet too much, where it's you know obviously affecting me mentally. So, but I'm pretty confident making flyweight. I've made it before. I've fought at flyweight a few times. and should be no issue at all.
Okay. What's one thing you're missing during camp right now that you can't eat? Because obviously the diet starts today.
To be honest, I love sour lollies. Like I love like my candy and stuff like that.
Oh,
So
got
sour.
you. As soon as you said candy, because I didn't have a clue what you were talking about a second ago. But yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
sorry, I'm Aussie as in that sense. So yeah, candy. So sour stuff. I love anything bitter. So I'm good like that.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. So
sorry,
no,
that
like,
threw you
do you
off.
get Sour Patch Kids over there? Is that a thing in
Yes, that's
Australia?
my favorite. I love the
Okay.
Max one. Yeah, Sour Patch Kids is the best. Love it.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Because yeah, those are very good. I have to agree with that. Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
It's going to be Saman, my brother Daniel, who's also a fighter, and one of my best mates as well. So she'll be with me too.
And how do you see this fight playing out of the ninth? Montana is very tough to finish, but obviously you're known for your finishes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be unexpected. Look, I don't have a game plan. I never do, but I'm prepared everywhere. So I know that if I ends up on the floor, ends up on the wall, standing, I've always got an answer. Um, and we'll see how it goes. But like, get ready to see some flying shit possibly.
Nice. Where do you feel like a win over Montana puts you in the division? Because it's wide open right now at flyweight. Again, you could get a win here, and it could put you pretty much anywhere in the division.
Oh yeah. So honestly, I'm assuming I think she's ranked 15th or something. So, for me to be put in the top 15 would be crazy because big names, familiar names, and I'd love to crack a fight with Paige Van Zandt. I asked for it after my last fight, but then obviously had took some time off or whatever. But yeah, I'd love to fight her. So it'd be cool. A familiar face and name, someone that you like, you see when you're like you hadn't made it, and then now when you work so hard, as I say, your idols become your rivals. That's pretty cool. So to get fun with her would be awesome.
Yeah, I should mention this at the time we're recording this. Page has got to get through Rachel Ostovich this Saturday. We'll see
Yeah.
what happens. You never know with that fight, but yeah, that's a good call out there. What about downtime? We talked about obviously the injury and training and all that stuff, but what are you doing to take your mind off fighting? Are you watching any TV or anything like that? What do I find you doing?
Yeah, I just watched. I'm chill like that. Like I've got a lot of girls, and I hang out. Like I love to do normal stuff, like to feel like a normal girl. Because sometimes having been taken away from like family time and girl time and going out, especially when you're training, like that affects me because I like to feel like a normal person. So I like to go to parties and stuff like that. So I still like to go out. Obviously now I'm just not going to be drinking and things like that, but like that's okay. I do love to go out and like have a feel. I feel like when I'm at home, it gets to me as well. So I like to go out.
Okay, so is it tough at all, like seeing friends your age that are obviously going out having drinks or whatever, and you're in the middle of a fight camp, probably cutting weight? It's not as ideal, right? Is that something I guess you're used to now, right?
Yeah, no, it's okay. Like it doesn't get to me as well. Like it's only a small camp. It's not like I'm 12 weeks out or 10 weeks. Big notice. 4 weeks is nothing right now. Like I'm really tunnel vision on my goal, so that's okay right now. But I'm just accepting it for what it is and just embracing it. I'm embracing the process 100%.
That's great. And how do you, I just mentioned the flyweight division, obviously, very wide open right now. How close realistically do you think you are potentially to a title shot? I know that sounds crazy, but it is a new division. Especially if you get a finisher, I would imagine it can't be too far off.
I haven't really thought about title shot or anything. When I got signed to the UFC, I never really wanted to be a champ. It's just I'm here to entertain and give it all I've got as well. But normally, I don't say I don't want to just win. I want to put on a great show and I want to make a difference, in the female divisions. So having a title shot is different, but if I get it, I get it. If I don't, it doesn't bother me as long as I'm putting on a show and everyone's impressed and I'm still in the UFC. Then I'm happy.
Well, it's going to be a great card. It's coming up here February 9th. It is UFC 234. Nadia, it was great getting a chance to talk to you. Just remind people where they can find you on social media. And if you have any sponsors or shout outs, the floor is yours.
Yeah, so guys, obviously follow me on Instagram, Nadia187 Kassem. And that is it. So I'm so happy that I got to speak to you, James, and look forward to speaking next time.